Rolling. Okay. Hey, girl. Hey. Has AI officially messed everything up? Are you staying on top of that? Stay on top of that. Let me wagging a finger at my 40-year-old self. I can't ask my 40-year-old self some questions with dirty glasses and no chapstick, you know? So I had to just step off camera real quick and handle that. It's also weird to film this and talk to you, hoping that you'll be there, because it's a morbid thought, but that is a real possibility, which I had in the last one. I mean, I guess it wouldn't really matter for me specifically, but that would be such a bummer for the audience. Anyway, 40-year-old Hallease, how you doing, girl? From where I sit here at 35, we're good, but like the world though, especially this week, girl, folks thought the rapture was happening on a Tuesday. It's a mess. Just know that the questions I'm asking you in the context of the last 2 weeks, people been wilding. Anyway, I saw 30-year-old me really was shading current me, and I thought it was funny, but also I was like, girl, you are bossy, wow. And then at the same time, I'm sitting here and I'm gonna make some requests, please, for when you film your response to this video. One, can you please not wear makeup so we can actually see how you're aging, like for realsies? And if you decide, no, Hallease, I'm not gonna do that for you, can you at least be candid with people about what you have done or not done to your face, right? To make yourself camera ready. Because I could totally see by 40 being like, if I'm on camera, makeup is always, something's on. Concealer is at least on or something. I could totally see myself being that way by 40 for sure. But current me has nothing on. But I feel like when you pull your hair back, that does kind of like give you like just an ever so slight facelift. So that's my one request. Thank you in advance. You're the best. For realsies, let's get into these questions, all right? It's kind of hard to do this because some of the questions, I'm kind of scared of what the answer is. First question, which I kind of already talked about, but from where I sit right now, it's scary, right? It's scary. People are getting assassinated, essentially. How we feel about those people is irrelevant, but they're getting assassinated and there's just a lot going on. So first question always is, are you good? Of course, follow-up question, you're 40, you made it. Congratulations, I hope you make it, but like, and the locks, did you keep them? Did you keep them all the way to 40? Tell me how that went. How'd that go? Did you keep them? Oof, okay. So as you know, ACL knee surgery happened at the top of this year. You rounded out 34 with ACL knee surgery. So now you're 40. Does your knee finally feel normal? Like, does it just feel like a leg again, in that you don't really think about it anymore? Everyone that I've talked to who's had the surgery and gone past the first year or two say eventually they even forget that they had it. And in the midst of it all, I'm like, how? Sway, how could you forget this pinnacle moment that took like a year and a half minimum of your time? Please tell me about how you don't even think about the fact that you had knee repair surgery. I hope. I pray for you. Ooh, how did it feel paying off the student loans? You and Mr. Hallease have been at this, and y'all, we are so close. We are on the cusp of being done with them. Potentially by like early 2026, we will be done with all student loans. Did you feel a weight lift? Did you see a weight lift off of him? Like how do y'all feel? Tell me about all of it. To that end, I'm assuming that we're still married. Are we still married? I hope we're still married, and I hope it's going well as well. Still. It's like never say never, but you like life is complicated. You know what I'm saying? So where I sit, it's beautiful. Still love being with him. Still consider him my best friend, like all the things. But maybe in 5 years, I don't know. I don't know. Continuing on that same thread, did y'all end up having kids? Officially? Are there some littles about? How was that? If you did have kids, girl, how was that birth? birthing situation? Like, how did that go? And if y'all didn't have children, so is that officially off the table now? Like, have y'all officially decided, yeah, that's a no for us? If I'm 40, then he's 43, something like that. We're starting to get, you know, I still feel like 40 is not that old, but I feel like in each of these videos, I'm going to start to be like, I mean, 50 is not that old. I mean, 40 is that old. 40 is that old when it starts to get into like birthing stuff. Yeah. So anyway, is it officially off the table for y'all if y'all didn't have any? If you did have some, how'd it go? How's it going? If you did decide to go through with the child thing, I hope it's going well and you're finding the joy in it. And also, if you did decide to do the child thing, I hope you figured out how to do it your way. Because right now where I sit, I'm in the midst of like, not really child free anymore, definitely child neutral, you know, and open to it more because time has just made itself more aware to me. I just really am at a phase now in life where it's like, if it happens, I'm not mad about it per se. And if it doesn't happen, I'm not mad about it per se. Where'd you land on that? Because in the next 5 years, I think you kind of got to make some decisions for real if it's something you want to do. And not even just you, if it's something y'all, because I mean, he's there too, obviously. If it's something y'all want to do collectively together. Did you get another dog? Did you get another dog, Hallease? I always forget, like, should I say we, you, me? Anyway, I haven't gotten another dog since Dakota. I've felt the need a couple times, but then just have never executed. It's been a few years now since Dakota, at least 3 years for me since Dakota. Yeah, I'm just curious. Did you get another dog? I don't know. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Has AI officially messed everything up? You know what I'm saying? Like, and made it just a huge bummer and like this race to the bottom of like creative expression and creative thought and critical thinking, just like everything. Has AI just kind of made it all like, you know, officially? How's that going 5 years into like AI being a thing for realsies, you know? And to that end, this is also a question that like, I just feel like I have to be so careful in how I phrase this question because what is the next 5 years even? But I guess if you can't answer the question or if you don't feel safe to answer the question, honestly, this is so crazy. How is the US? How is the United States? Because I'm assuming if it's leaned into even more what it's currently leaning into and how it's currently going and the signs that we're all seeing and all of that, you kind of probably can't answer me honestly on how the US is going unless you are not in the US. So if you're still in the US, what can you say? What do you feel comfortable saying? And I guess if this question just isn't answered when I'm 40, I'll know why. And that's really sad. God, this one's, oh man. Which I guess as a follow-up to that, yeah, do you still even live in the US? Which that's not even a weird question to ask because I've talked about wanting to live outside of the United States for many years, just to try it out, just to exist somewhere else and just see what that's like to exist somewhere else. So did you actually end up doing it? Do y'all not live in the United States anymore? And if not, where do y'all live? Tell me about it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think about coming back to the US? If you didn't leave, why didn't you leave? Ooh. Yeah, okay, so this one. How's your company? How's Stumblewell? How's it going? Do you still even have the business? You know, because from where I sit, I just finished a business accelerator, and that was very eye-opening to kind of see truly how much of a creative I am. And yeah, I have the business acumen around certain things, but at the same time, going through the accelerator was really just like, oh, I'm a creative for better or worse. And like, I've figured out how to be competent on the business side and manage the money in a way that enables me to continue to be creative. But I am first and foremost a creative who has like forced herself to be inside labor capitalistically. So like, do you even still have your business, or have you reinvented yourself completely? Do you even make videos anymore? Like, I would not be surprised if you don't. I would not be surprised if that goat farm has finally happened. Are you officially making goat cheese? Did Toast My Goat's cheeses really take off? Are you outside now like that? Like that? Because if you are, that's like actually kind of crazy. That's very full circle of you. Of course, we have to ask this regardless of if y'all are still together or not. But is Mr. Hallease still writing? Because I really do believe he is a good writer. Now more than ever, I feel like it's such an integral part of his existence, like his creative expression, which I think everyone actually needs some sort of creative expression. They don't need to necessarily monetize it or anything like that, but I feel like writing is so inherently ingrained to his overall happiness that he just needs to have. So is he still writing? Whether he's published or not, yay, but like, is he still writing? Is he still exerting that creative energy and like getting it out of him? I didn't write this down, but on that note, if you're not making videos anymore, what are you doing for your creative expression? I'm learning that having some sort of creative expression, again, it doesn't need to be monetized, is so integral to who you are too. So like, are you staying on top of that? Stay on top of that. Let me wagging a finger at my 40-year-old self. Girl, you know what we finna ask about. How's your body, girl? How's the body, yada, yada? Because you're officially 40, so that means you're officially in the needs to be aging gracefully era of your life. And are you doing that? Like, are you aging gracefully? Do you feel like it's happening with grace? Or do you feel like it's happening with gusto? Do you feel like it's happening a little too rapidly? Like, let me know. You know what I'm saying? How's it feeling 40? Hopefully you haven't hit like perimenopause just yet. Hopefully you're like another 5 years from that. But maybe you're not. You know, maybe it's hitting you a little early. I don't know. Ooh, especially if you had kids. Eek. How's the body doing post-kids? Post-kids. Out your vagina. Don't hold back. Be honest. Are there things that you regret doing between 35 to 40? Everyone talks about how you usually regret the things you didn't do, not the things you did. But nevertheless, I'm still curious. Are there things that you regret doing? I am so scared of the answer you give to this. I am terrified of the answer you will potentially give to this question. And yet I asked it. I mean, how is everybody? How's your family? How's your sister? How's your nephew? How's your nephews? How are the nephews? How's everybody? Because right now, one of your nephews is 8. And then your other nephew is about to be 5 later this year. So how are they? Oh, and then how are the unofficial nephews and nieces? So how's El Milagro? How is he? Because now he's 6? Yeah, because he just turned 1 this year. So yeah, Isaac's like 6, about to start 1st grade. That's crazy. Who else? Who else is having babies? So many people are having babies. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but you'll remember. How are the other babies? And to that end, how are your friends? Of course. I'm gonna list off some names. We'll see if they actually make it in the video. But how's Grace? How's Evelyn? How's Stephanie? How's Diego and Tiffany? You've also made so many new friends as well here in Atlanta. So like, how are your Atlanta friends? You know, how's Caroline, Meredith, everybody? Meredith had the baby. There we go. There's a baby that you need to check on. How's Meredith's baby? The gal group. How's the gals? And how's Rachel, Steven, and Feather? How is everybody? Oh, and how's the Plywood fam? Like, how are your work homies? How are all of them doing? CJ, Latasha, Laura. How's the people that you've started building community with, both locally and away? How's everybody? Oh, Hallease, we made friends. We made friends here in Atlanta. Wow. Wow. Really thought that was gonna happen. Have you made any new ones? Anyway, are you still in Atlanta? Do you finally feel like an adult? Because even now, at 35, sitting here talking to you, I know I'm an adult. I do adult things. Taxes, family struggles, estate planning. Like, I do these things, but I feel like I'm playing house so much, even now as a 35-year-old. And I just wonder if there is ever actually a point where you really do feel like you're an adult. Mentally, I feel 27. Like when I think visually and see myself in my mind, I'm 27. Does that go away? Or is it like at 40, you feel 30 now? Or some, you know what I'm saying? Some variation of that. So has it finally hit you where you're like, yeah, I'm an adult. I'm like for realsies. Ooh, and then just, do you actually feel 40? You know, I remember asking my mom, I asked her, like, do you feel 60? And I'll never forget, she said no. She said she felt 35 mentally, but then she said she would look in a mirror and be like, oh no, yeah, I'm 60, wow, you know? And so is it that where maybe mentally you still feel a certain age, but then you look in the mirror and you're like, nope, I'm 40. Which is, what do you feel at 40? What do you feel? I'll be very curious to see how you answer this question. Have you just continued to run your race? You know what I'm saying? And not conformed. You've never been big on conforming. You've always kind of stayed in your own lane and done your own thing. And then anytime you've tried to start to conform, things just like didn't work, you know? You tried to do the house thing, didn't work. Just all these past experiences around like, girl, you're really not meant to conform. So did you just officially stop trying and do your own thing officially, or have you conformed in some way, you know? I feel like the only conforming thing you did was get married young. I feel like that's the only conforming thing you did. And even then, you got married so young that it wasn't conforming. So many of your peers were like, this is weird. And I was like, it's not when you think about it. And they were like, no. Okay, so then final wrap-up question for this video is, what should I have asked you about that I didn't ask you about? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I have no idea what's happened for you in the last 5 years, for real. So I am excited, scared, combination of the two, to see your responses. But yeah, girl, we're out here. I don't even know how to say goodbye, but there's something I feel like I want to say to you. It's kind of weird, but I'm going to go with it. I'm proud of you. For whatever way things worked out, for whatever way things landed, more than likely you did what was best for you. Yeah, it was probably hard, but you did it. And once again, you proved to yourself how strong you are, how resilient you are, for better or worse. And I hope at 40, a little bit more soft life has found you. A little bit more soft life has found you, my love. Okay, my darling. All right. Toodles, girl. Love you.